Okay, so how's everyone doing? I'm recording on these brand new beautiful microphones, and you guys are probably like, man, that audio's sounding crispy. So you can thank my girlfriend for that because she got me two new microphones for Christmas. I have been running into a little bit of technical difficulties with them, and I think I maybe actually know how to use them now. She bought me two, and I don't know if I'll be able to get two to work. It's kind of confusing of how they're made and how they actually work. Either way, I'm trying to figure it out, but here we go. So here's podcast number 3. Welcome back to the SpeedRacinJason Podcast. I think this one is actually truly helping. I don't know. Truly helping the audio. I think it is. The microphones. I think they're helping. You guys can tell me in the comments down below. So, how was everyone's Christmas? I hope you guys all got things you liked. I got these microphones like I was just talking about, a few other things that I was really happy about, and I don't know, I've been trying to bring a podcast to you guys for a while now. I tried to do one last night by myself, and then my dad started pressure washing, and I was like, nope, we're done, because you could not hear, and it was so obnoxious, but we worked it all out. He finished up all of his pressure washing, and I was just like, it's fine, I'll just take a break. So I took a break, and then later on in the night, I asked my girlfriend Abby to come try and do a podcast with me, and when I did, we got the microphones both plugged into this computer, and as you guys can tell, I know how to record with one. One records pretty well, but not both of them. I did a bit of research after that, and I don't know, it's a little bizarre. So this is just like a whole new hobby that I'm learning, and I hope maybe I'm encouraging a few of you people to get out there and do your thing and try it out, because that's what I'm doing here. I'm just trying it out, and hopefully it works, and I think it does. I mean, I'm 2 minutes in. I'm 2 minutes in with some crisp, clean audio. I got the camera working. The camera, I had to teach myself how to figure out too, but we got that a while ago. So the camera aspect is all good. Now we're just trying to get the audio to work correctly. And I think maybe we did. Oh, what else? I have pink hair. If you guys can't tell, I just got this the other night. It was the day after Christmas. My girlfriend was getting her hair done. So I went to the salon with her and her friends, and it was like her friend's salon. And I don't know, we had a lot of fun, and halfway through she was like, look, let's toss a little bit of bleach in your hair or whatever, and I was like, okay, sounds good. So they put a little bit of bleach, and then they did the pink, and I'd say it looks interesting. I kind of like it. What do you guys think? You guys can comment down below in the comments about that one, but I think it was fun. I like to try new things. I'll put pink in my hair. Who fucking cares? The hair grows back. You can cut it off and it'll come back in a couple days. Like, it's crazy how fast hair grows back, and crazy how much people care about it, because it's like, it ain't important. It's just dead cells, bro. Hair is not important at all. It's got no monetary value. You'd know that if you've seen that old episode of South Park where Scott Tenorman sells Cartman his pubes, It's got no value. Hair has no value. You shouldn't be afraid of it. Maybe you lose it all. I kind of want to lose all of my hair and shave it off so I can be the next Joe Rogan. I don't know if that's how it works, but I think it might be. I don't know. I was really excited to do a podcast with Abby, because then I'd have another person, and then it's a little easier to go back and forth with, But we're just hitting it solo again. I have a few questions that I'm supposed to answer for you guys anyway, that I told you guys in the first episode. Ask some questions down below, and I'll answer them in the second episode. And then the second episode was actually just a surprise episode. Like, everyone showed up at my house, which I was having fun with, and then it was like, hey, let's film a podcast. And I was like, let's do it. Sounds good. I don't care. Sounds awesome. So we did it. Either way, I did not think to answer any of the questions in there in that second episode, because there was enough going on. If you guys didn't see that one, go check it out. That one was intense. How many people was that? 5 people? Yeah, it was 5 people all on one podcast. And I don't know, like I was just telling you guys, I don't really know how to do 2 people on a podcast. And so my dumb ass, of course, is like, yeah, let's just try 5. We'll figure it out. and you're trying to figure it out in front of all these people, and you're not trying to look stupid, but I look stupid sometimes. I'm like, I don't fucking know how this stuff works, man. Yeah, so let's answer some of those questions. So one of the questions, I believe, was if money was not an option or not a factor. I'm going to kind of butcher it. If money was not an option, what would be your next daily? And he said get a new daily, and he's right, because I would have to be getting a new daily, because my first answer is just another 2010 Dodge Caliber SXT, like the current one that I have. That would make me so happy. I'd have 2 of them then, and I'd spray paint both of them shittily. I actually just got the parts, the crankshaft and the camshaft position sensor for the Caliber. Finally bought it, so hopefully I'll be bringing a video to you guys about that soon. But he said if money's not a concern, and if money's not a concern, I'm getting a new daily on the daily. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna probably be buying whatever. Like, fuck it. First day I'm driving a Bugatti. Second day I'm just driving something else. You can just keep fucking spending money on dailies, apparently, according to this kid's question. But like, realistically, I think a really nice daily would be like, I don't know, I think I'd probably want I'd want 2 dailies, I guess. Maybe even 3. I'd want a car, an SUV, and then a truck. And I'd almost want 2 trucks, so I could have 1 diesel and then one Cybertruck by Elon Musk. Bring me one of those, so I have a electric truck as well. That would be kind of interesting. I'm sure you guys would like to see all the shit on that. So yeah, give me those 2, and then for the SUV, I'll take one of those Lincoln Navigators, which are the ball, or when I worked at the Nissan dealership and they had the Infinities, those big Infinity. I forget what those are even called, but those big Infinity cars. Those SUVs are a lot of fun too, and they're so nice on the inside. They got all the leather and all the shit that the Caliber doesn't have, but So I take that for the SUV, and then for my car, I'd really like another 240, or even just daily drive my 240. If it was a clean one, and it ran perfect and drove on the street so nice, that would be fun. But I'd also take other things. So if I needed a newer daily, let's say I needed a newer daily, I would take, this is a hard question because I like a lot of cars, so I start going down the list. Actually, yeah, let's give me 2 cars as well, 2 regular vehicles, because I want a Tesla as well. Actually, let's give me 3 vehicles since money's not an option. Dude, did you guys see the Chevy Spark? They have a fucking Christmas deal. It says the employee discount for everyone. It's $9,995 starting at, obviously. So that's the base model, but that is insanely cheap. It's a little electric vehicle. I'll take one of those. And then, yeah, I want something fast as shit that's fun to drive around. And since I think I just said I'd take a Tesla too. So yeah, I'll have one of those. That'll be pretty quick, and then an actual gas vehicle. Let's get, and it has to be a newer one, a new daily. I'd say some I don't know. I'd probably want I know exactly what I'd like. I'd like a Kia Stinger. Give me one of those. Those things are fucking sick. I don't know why those are not more popular, because those are really cool cars, I think. And they're pretty cheap too. And like I said, this kid asked me this question saying money's not a concern. So I don't even have to worry about how much they are. But even if money's not a factor, I'll take one of those Kia Stingers. Those things look fucking nice. Yeah. All right, so that answers that daily question, I think. And then we had another one, and it was from the same kid. It said, or the same guy. It said, I'm trying to think of it, because you guys know, but my internet does not really work on my phone, so I can't even really pull these questions up. But let's see if I can. I don't know. The other question was pretty much saying if you had 50 grand and you wanted to build a new car, what would it be? And then someone commented and was like, no S chassis allowed. And the one guy was like, why you add rules to my question? And I think he meant it in all good fun. I think it's okay. But yes, what car, I say, But no, okay, here's the actual question. And this is from Munchell360, so shout out to him. Question for the next podcast. Someone gives you $50K and tells you to buy a car to drift, plus parts, tires, wheels, etc. What are you getting? Also, if you had to get a new daily, money is not a concern. What are you getting? And so, I already answered the daily part. And if someone gave me 50 grand and told me to build a new car to drift, honestly, fuck it. That guy, or I'll take the car from my daily answer. I'll take one of those Kia Stingers because I think they're like 35 or something. Maybe they're a little bit more. But let's say I get a Kia Stinger. Dude, I think those might be kind of the new move at a point in time, right? Because they're like the V6 twin turbo. They're fast when they're all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. So it's like anything else, if you bought the all-wheel drive one, you just fucking take out the front and diff and you're all good, right? Like, probably wouldn't be that easy. But like, if I had another 20 grand to work on it, then yeah, I'm sure we could figure out how I'd be drifting one of those bad boys. And that's a 4-door like boat. Those things are like, if you've seen them in real life, they're fucking long, is all I'm saying. Like when you see them in real life, it's like a modern day, like just like an old Cadillac almost, dude. Like they're long cars, but they're so pretty, and they got the 4 doors. So that means I could have 4 people or 5 people in the car drifting with me, and you know how it goes. That's kind of the way to do it. Have fun, have all your people with you. So that's gonna be my answer for that question, though. What am I getting for 50 grand? On the first video, we also had most underrated car scene vlog from Chase Hagfeld. So shout out to him, bro. Shout out to Chase, especially if you guys are listening. Chase makes some pretty good videos, so go hop onto his shit. Go check that stuff out. After this, of course, keep listening to my podcast and then finish this one out. Give me that watch time and then be like, okay, now I'll go check him out. I'll check him out under recommendation of SpeedRacinJason. I don't know. How's everyone doing? It's 12 minutes into this podcast, and I feel like it's going okay. I feel like it's being a pretty good one so far. I really hope that I have all this audio stuff worked out, because it'd be really embarrassing if I filmed this one and the mics didn't really work. And then I just had to use the camera audio, so you guys could barely hear me because I don't even have my Rode hooked up. It would just be like nothing. That microphone that I broke, I still sometimes put it on top of the camera. That's what I did for the podcast on episode 2, and I just put my phone on one end and Colby's phone on the other end, and voice recorded and just sent it, merged all the audio in post, and just hoped that you guys could hear it. And I don't know, there were some times that like people were talking too quiet, even when I was telling them that you're talking too quiet. A lot of people don't. Like, they get a little nervous, They don't want to yell. You can just fucking yell. It doesn't matter. Like, I think it's probably better to be a little too loud than not loud enough. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm no expert. I have no audio training whatsoever. Like, listen, I'm like the fucking Brian Redband of the Joe Rogan Experience. And then, like, there are other people like the Jamie that have, like, some sort of actual audio training. They went to college for that shit. Not this guy. I don't know. I was kind of thinking about that. How much would it really cost? Like, go start taking some PCC classes. Like, I don't even need a degree. I just want to learn, like, a little bit of basic shit. Or I hop over on that. What is that fucking master class that I always see the ads for? It's like fucking... Or what's the other one? There's another one like that. There's another service that you guys can just learn on. It's like... I don't know what that thing's called. It's going to bother me. It's going to bother me and ruin the rest of the podcast because I'm going to be thinking about it. But that's okay. It doesn't really matter. There's like a service you pay. Skillshare. Got it. It sponsors podcasts all worldwide. Not my podcast yet. But hopefully Skillshare hits me up and is like, whoa, bro, I heard that little plug you gave me once you remembered what the fuck we're called. Why don't we give you a little promo code? I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't even really care if I'm making any money off the podcast. Like, I'm just having fun with it. And it's cool that it's something that I can communicate with you guys with again. And I don't know. It's just nice. Sometimes you forget. You know, I guess maybe some people don't, but like this morning, for example, or no, it was like last night. Maybe it was 2 nights ago. I told my little brother and his girlfriend, I was like, look, I dyed my hair like Abby's. And Abby was standing there too. I was like, look, we dyed our hair or whatever, however I said it. And they were like, yeah, we know. And I'm like, oh. And they go, we saw it on Instagram and Snapchat. And I'm like, I guess that's why most people post shit on Instagram and Snapchat. Like, I posted mine on my Snapchat, but it was like more just like, wasn't even thinking about that. I forget that people actually look at that. And then Abby posted pictures of me and her on her Instagram. And that's the same way. Like, I don't know what she posts for, but like I kind of forget that people actually look at it. So when they said that, they're like, yeah, we know, we saw. I'm like, oh, yes, you do. You're right. That's what you guys are probably thinking right now. You're probably like, yes, fuckhead. We know. We saw it on your Snapchat. We saw it on your Instagram. You dyed your hair. You didn't even need to explain it earlier. Either way, it's a fun story. I had fun. I was like, if I'm being real, I was a couple bottles of wine deep. I don't drink wine, but I was showing these people what's up, you know, and just had to fucking dye that hair. I guess. I don't really know, man. It was just a fun night. It was fun. Entertaining. Good times. Good times. We're coming up on 16 minutes, and I was mainly looking at, we're coming up on the 29th. We're the 29th, it says? Yeah, we're the 29th of December. So we got the 30th, 31st, and then the 31st is New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve for y'all. I hope you guys have some big-ass plans for New Year's Eve, and I hope you guys have a good one. Maybe you guys have some resolutions and shit, like certain things you guys don't want to do after this year. You know, you're trying to get rid of all the bad habits in your life, so shout out to those people that are doing that. I'm not. I don't have a resolution yet. I'd like to think of one, maybe. I'd like to be a little bit more strict on myself about doing these podcasts. And what would maybe be good is if I started like banking them, like putting them like just on a file or something that I'm like, okay, if I don't film one today, I'll just post this older like banked video, you know, so then you guys aren't missing out. Cause like last night, for example, was Saturday. So I'm 2 days late, bro. Cause I said I'd like to post on Tuesdays and Fridays. And I just didn't even post one on Friday. Like I tried to do, maybe that was like 2 days ago that we tried to do. I don't really know. Me and Abby have been hanging out for like 4 days straight right now. And all the days kind of blend together. Either way, like I tried to do it and it didn't work out. So it would have been nice if I maybe just had a little bank of SpeedRacinJason Podcast that I could upload for you guys. So you guys have something to watch in case you're sitting at your house, home, alone, all lonely. You're like, look, I don't know what else to do. I need to listen to a SpeedRacinJason podcast. Otherwise, I'm going to die. That'd be so cool if there was a few people like that, you know? There's a few fans out there that are listening that hard because, like, sometimes, like, when Joe Rogan doesn't post a podcast, you know, like, during the weekends or just on, like, a normal day, if he doesn't post one, I'm kind of like, well, what am I supposed to listen to all day long, you know? I don't know. Maybe people aren't like that. If I got one of those fans, I'll be happy. That would be dope. You guys just listening too much to the SpeedRacinJason. I don't know. What are we at? 1831? 1835, somewhere around there. I think we'll probably be wrapping this up around the 20-minute mark. I don't know. I'm excited I'm bringing this to you guys. And like I said, tell me down below how the mics are sounding, you know, if you like them. If I could just, like, keep using it. Like, if you guys are like, oh, yeah, it sounds good, man. It sounds heat. Fuego. Tell me down below if you guys are still liking the podcast. Tell me down below if you were pissed off that I didn't post one on Friday. Like, you guys are sitting around like, wait, where's the video at? Ask me more questions. That's something else you can do. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think that's pretty much it. Other than that, I think we're like just kind of chilling. I think I told you guys everything I needed to tell you. I actually feel like today went really good, right? Because I've had like 3 shitty podcasts back to back, like the pressure washer one, and then I recorded one for like 10 minutes and it just didn't work, and I was like, and I just shut it off, and I was like, we're out on this one. And then I tried to do the one with Abby and I couldn't get the mics to work, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'll figure it out. Like, so this one has been a good one, so I'm glad it was. You know, it was like kind of that redemption podcast, I'd say. Yeah, man. Let's call it the Redemption Podcast. I don't know. It's going to be like, I got to start thinking of titles and shit for these YouTube videos. I don't even know, guys. Have a good one. Tell me all those things that I asked you to do in the comments. I love you all. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. Golden.